All right, so this is going to be a reading for Sagittarius. And for the Sagittarius that I'm speaking to today, I'm seeing that you're going through some pretty massive change. We have the Tower here. One of the Oracle cards that I pulled is change. So you're going through something pretty significant. And I'm seeing that you could be pretty exhausted from everything that's gone on and pretty guarded as a result as well. You may be guarding your heart or kind of isolating yourself, maybe feeling like you need to be by yourself. There also could be some worry about your security or your wealth that's attached to this change. Maybe you're not sure what's going to happen next or if you're going to be provided for. But I am seeing that you do have guidance around you. Your oracle cards for today are change, guidance, and the miser. So even as you go through this incredible change, you do have spirit's guidance around you with this guidance card. And you're going through quite a healing process. Now, I'm going to dive into these energies in a second, but before I do, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and for receiving this reading. If you would like to lend your energy to the channel in such a way that allows me to manifest messages that resonate more for you, you can like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, I do love doing personal readings. You can email me. My email is down below in the description box. Thank you so much to everyone who's already requested a personal reading from me. I've really enjoyed doing them, and I'm looking forward to doing some more. But without further ado, Sagittarius, let's jump in here. So your overall energy for the reading today is the Nine of Wands, which is Sagittarius's card, but it's not Sagittarius's favorite card to be expressed through because it does represent exhaustion, fatigue, and being guarded, being pretty run down. And when I clarified that card, I'm really seeing that you may be guarding your heart quite a bit, and there may be a lot of fear surrounding kind of opening up to other people and really leaning on other people. There may be sort of this feeling that you need to be independent or that you can't trust anyone, that you can only rely on yourself. And I think that's why we have the miser card coming out here, which really speaks to a scarcity mindset, a lack mindset, feeling like scared that you're not going to have enough, and also that you can't rely on other people. And so if you're feeling like you're being kind of pushed outside your comfort zone here, or you're being pushed to the limit, it may be because spirit's trying to get you to open up and be vulnerable with other people, to rely on other people. And for those of you who are listening thinking, well, I don't have anyone, that's actually not true. There are always people around and energies that are available to help us. All we have to do is reach out to them. And often when we're feeling most alone, it's because we haven't actually reached out, or we haven't actually made ourselves vulnerable. And so I did pull a number of cards here, and I'm going to clarify these energies, but what I'm seeing so far is that there's something that you were putting your energy into, something that you were building, but with the Tower here, it's looking like it all kind of came crashing down. There was a sort of ending moment. And I then see you kind of reevaluating and kind of looking at what were the foundations for this. Like, was this really what I thought it was going to be? Did I really put into it what it deserved, what it meant? Kind of what was going into this? What were its foundations? Did it have a strong foundation? And I see you kind of looking it over from a new perspective. And in your current energy, I see you kind of realizing, okay, I need to take a breather from this. I need to kind of back off. Any energy that you were putting into this, I see you kind of stepping away for a time, but so that you can rest, because I'm seeing that there is a lot of stress for you. There may be a lot of exhaustion, a lot of fatigue. Something really drained you here, and it left you feeling really guarded and feeling like you can't trust other people. And so I see you really focusing on your healing and taking some time to really rest and recalibrate so that you could open up and kind of move towards something new, go on a new journey. Some of you may be traveling. Others of you, you may just be kind of exploring something new, taking a leap of faith with the Fool card, but you're healing and recentering yourself so you can open yourself up to something new. So it's a really positive energy in the current moment, even though you may have gone through something difficult and you could be feeling kind of exhausted. I do see you taking the time to heal, which is always a good sign. Now, in the future, I see you kind of opening the door to healing, and it kind of opens this door and you go down this long path of healing, right? Like, healing is not linear, and it's also not static. It's not like you slap the Band-Aid on and you're healed. No, it's a process. And I see you really recognizing that and really recognizing I'm going to take my time with this, especially as we enter Libra season. These readings are timeless, but for those of you who are listening to this right now or in Libra season, I see you allowing Libra season to kind of open up the door to healing for you. For others of you, if you're not listening to this in Libra season or Libra just has no bearing for you, it's really just about that door opening to love and abundance and taking the time to heal yourself. So it's a really positive energy for you today. I'm glad to see that you're focused on healing. You're kind of trying to step out of this lack mindset and you're leaning on your spirit guides for support as you do so. So really positive. I am going to clarify these cards in a second and we'll kind of dive deeper here. All right, Sagittarius. So I'm seeing that something here may have felt like it was stagnant in the past, whatever it was that you were working on or that you were putting your energy into. It's almost like it was building, you were putting your energy into it, maybe you were working on it with someone else, and this could have been a relationship, this could have been a family structure, a home, a project, a career path. It really could have been anything. For some of you, it could have been, I don't know, taking care of an animal, but something you were putting your sort of time and effort into, and there's, someone else involved, and I see you kind of wondering, is this really what I want? Is it really gonna work out? Like, what is this kind of amounting to? And then something in it kind of came down, like some foundation within it, with that tower moment, something really switched up very suddenly. And even though it was quite difficult to kind of deal with in some ways, I do see it being an opportunity for you to see things in a new way, and you were kind of able to, like, I'm getting the image of like picking up a rock and seeing the worms underneath, or tearing into a house and seeing that there's termites eating at the foundation. There was something eating at the foundation here that was kind of under the surface, and as you were kind of working on it and moving towards it, you weren't seeing necessarily what was going on under the surface. And so it was actually kind of a positive thing that the tower came down here, that the foundation crumbled, because it allowed you to see on a deeper level, like what wasn't working out and why it wasn't working out. And so as a result, I see you really being really realistic and kind of evaluating, like, okay, like what really needs to be done here? Like, what do I need to do? And I see you being very practical, very honest, very straightforward. For some of you, I'm hearing like cost benefit analysis. And this could be why we're getting the Miser card for you, because there could be almost like a strategic or economic perspective that you're taking, where you're like analyzing the pros and cons to such an extent that you're almost like cutting out all feeling or sensitivity, and you're just saying like, what is it that makes the most sense? And I see you kind of realizing like, okay, this is done, I gotta move on. And you're showing me like the facts and the reality of it. And for many of you, this could have directly to do with your career or with something monetary. But for others of you, I'm kind of seeing it almost as like you evaluating your energy as like an investment and being like, okay, am I getting my money's worth for this? And when it comes to sort of your heart space, that's not going to feel very expansive on an emotional level, because you're going to be really focused on what you're putting in and what you're getting out, and love and feeling doesn't really operate that way. But for better or for worse, you're showing me like a need to kind of move on from this commitment, or that whatever it was that you had put your energy towards, it doesn't make sense on a practical level, and so you're moving forward, or you moved forward. This is in the past. So some of you, this happened a while ago, or maybe this already happened. Others of you, it could be an energy that you're kind of moving through as we speak. You're kind of moving on from it right now, but you're just showing me the bare bones facts. This didn't work out. This didn't make sense. Something was eating at the foundation that made it kind of unsustainable, and so you moved forward. All good and well. Okay, so that's what happened in the past. Let's take a look at your current energy. You're showing me time has passed and I'm resting, and good riddance, because that was exhausting. So many of you may be actually like literally sleeping more than usual. You may just be taking time to rest. Others of you may be going on vacation. Definitely seeing like an extended vacation for some of you, like 2-3 weeks or months or years, even just really taking a time out to heal. You're saying no matter what, I'm not investing in anything that's going to deplete me. I'm hearing I'm protecting my peace for some of you. You're showing me the past situation from the present and saying like that's done. It's in the past, but it did happen and it did exhaust me. And as the reader, I'm kind of seeing the fallout of it and like the mindset that it left you with. And so even though this could be done in the physical, there's something within you that kind of lingers energetically. And you're kind of showing me like, well, time heals all wounds. I close that chapter out in the physical and I'm moving forward and I'm resting, which is all good and well, but there may be some type of like lack mentality or some like limiting beliefs that has stayed with you that could be kind of exhausting. Some of you could be literally like struggling to sleep, or you have struggled to sleep and now your sleep is getting back on track or something like that. Let's take a look. You're showing me that time has passed since a particular connection, and that as time passes, you maybe start to open up to connecting more with other people. Or maybe you're just showing me like taking a break from dating or connecting or love or something like that. That's interesting. You're showing me like when it comes to opening up your energy towards other people and connecting from your heart space, like you're saying like I'm taking a break from doing that. So for some of you that could be like literally dating. For others of you that has to do with any relationships, friendships, family, coworkers, anything. You're kind of showing me like I just need a break from connecting with other people, which is interesting because it's not permanent and you have a very full, beautiful heart space. You may be someone who's very relational or who thrives in relationships. And I see you really kind of wanting to open your heart space, or that's your like natural way of being. It's like very open-hearted, very loving, very connected. You like being in connections with people, but you're showing me like I'm taking some time off to do that so that I can heal. And it's not permanent. It's just for right now. And it for some of you, it's like requiring some self-discipline. Like you're like, I would like to connect with other people, but I know that I need to take a break right now. It's interesting. It's also interesting because I'm seeing like a direct correlation. You're showing me like I have to take a break because of what happened in the past. Like I have to heal because of whatever I went through in the past. I can't open up quite yet, but then you're showing me, okay, I'm better. It's time to open up. It's kind of funny. It's like, all right, I took that break. I took some time to myself, and now I'm opening up again. And so some of you, you're not opening up like right this second as you're listening to this reading, but it could be within the next few weeks, the next few months, that the tide starts to shift again. So you close something off, you took some time to yourself, you're trying to rest, you're trying to open up, and then, then you open up for real and you start to, kind of explore or take chances or, look out towards new beginnings. You could be saying like I'm kind of tired of being hurt. For some of you, a third-party situation or just multiple people could have been involved who you were hurt by. You're saying like I'm tired of being triggered, or I'm tired of being upset about these other people. I need to go off and find something that is actually nourishing for me, that actually feels good. So some of you could be traveling or closing off in one physical location so that you can go explore another location. And I see you kind of being ready to open up that next chapter. And so you do open up that next chapter, and I do see that coming for you. But I also see possibly it moving a little bit slower. Like you're like, I'm ready to throw open the doors. And really they kind of creak open and then you step timidly through and you're stepping through that door, but it's moving kind of slower than you thought it would or than maybe you wanted, because there's something in there that still needs to be healed. And it has to do with really truly opening up your heart space and being open to building again, because I'm seeing you could have some limiting beliefs around just maybe not wanting to rely on other people. You're saying, I'm ready. I'm ready for relationships. I'm ready for happiness, and I'm busting out. I'm ready to go for it, full throttle, right? Um, but then as you do that, like reality maybe starts to set in, and you start to realize, oh, I actually have quite a bit of healing to do. And I'm pretty, wounded from what happened in the past. I'm pretty guarded. I do see you healing and working on healing and showing yourself a lot of love. I also see you possibly looking outside yourself for support to do that, and, kind of wanting maybe a partner or a new love or someone new to kind of join you on that journey. And actually, I do see that coming in for you. A lot of happiness, a relationship, a lot of care. So even if for some of you, I'm hearing like community, so it may not even be a romantic relationship or like one friend that we're talking about, but maybe like a whole group of people who gather around you and support you. You're looking for kind of new love. You're saying, when is that going to happen? I'm really ready for that. And you could be feeling a little lonely. There's a part of you that wants that connection outside of yourself. But then at the same time, the flip side of that is that there's healing that you need to do after your last experience. And you may be feeling like you're moving very slowly towards your destination, that connection that you want. It could feel slow in the future. But the door is open and you are heading there. You are on your way there. But like I said, it's going to be kind of a slower process, and it's kind of tied to, I think, your own mindset and your own healing, because I do see that your energy is actually quite guarded, whether you're doing that consciously or not. And many of you are not doing it consciously. It's just sort of an effect. And you're showing me in the physical that past situation is done, it's closed off, but it has affected you. And so I see that, you're working on healing and you've been healing for a long time. And now you're kind of ready to be like, okay, I'm done healing. I'm ready for the next thing. And the next thing is coming, but if it feels like it's coming slowly, it's because it's directly tied to your healing journey, right? Like, you can receive love, and love can try to come and reach you, but if you're not open to it, it's you're not going to let it all the way in. And so that's why it might feel a little bit slower, is because you're telling yourself, oh, it's just not coming. It's just not coming. It is coming, but it's going to come slower if the universe senses that you're not open to it. And so that's why your healing is kind of tied up to this, kind of indirectly, is because it could show up at your door tomorrow, but if you're just not fully open to it, you're just not fully open to it. And it's not even a judgment on you or anything like that. It's just, this is part of, healing. Hi, Sasha. She's like, you woke me up with all your talking. Hi, Sashi. Just give me a second. All right, of course, she hopped up here. All right, Sasha, I'm just going to finish the reading, and then I'll give you cuddles. Let's get 3 cards of advice for you here, Sagittarius, and then we will close out this reading. The advice from Spirit is just that you are heading towards the relationships, the connections that you want. They may feel like they're building slowly, but like I said, as you take the time to heal, you are moving towards that. The door opens, you're stepping through the door. It's all coming together. It's just taking possibly more time than you're expecting, or it's going to all come together on its own timing. So that's what I have for you. I hope that this helps. I hope that this resonates, and I'll see you next time.